Welcome. Fade to Black breaking news for this Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church, and help support the show and get your Fade to Black T-shirts. And yes, I want to thank everybody for ordering Game Changers yesterday. I still have some Fade to Black coffee left, so we're going to run the special through today. Get a Game Changer membership. You will also get a pound of Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Thank you to everybody, you know who you are, that ordered yesterday. Really, really cool. Okay, so the links are below. Everything is autographed. Everything includes shipping. Get yourself a Game Changer membership. Get your Fade to Black coffee. All right. Now, a couple of things. Yesterday, we did an AMA. I've got a busy news day today in front of us, but I just wanted to share something with you that happened last night. So after the show, I'm watching TV. I'm in bed, and it's probably close to midnight, between 11 and midnight, somewhere in there. Anyway, so I'm watching TV, and this loud crash, happened inside of my house, and it was loud, and I freaked. And I was watching TV. I was like, was that the TV? Was that surrounds? What was that? So I grabbed my mag light, which is a weapon, and I get up and I'm walking around the house, and I got the flashlight, and I'm on the second floor. It came from upstairs, and I'm freaking. I don't want to say it was loud, and nothing's out of place. I thought that's impossible. I come back through, and I go into my bedroom. I go into my walk-in closet, and there it was. My ironing board, which is hanging on a hook in my closet, the hook came out of the wall, right? And the ironing board was down on the ground. And okay, so there was that. I put the ironing board, lean it out. That's a whole repair job I've got to do this weekend. But that's what that was. It was strange, and it was loud. It was crazy. Anyway, so I'm not done. I wake up this morning, and I put my feet on the floor. I dreamt about Bruce Springsteen all night. Me and Bruce running around doing stuff. It was like this all night. It was an all-night dream. And I thought, What caused that? We didn't talk about Bruce Springsteen on the AMA. What? Bruce Springsteen, not Eddie Van Halen, right? Not Dimebag Darrell. Bruce Springsteen. All right. And it turns out Bruce is a pretty cool guy, by the way. And it was the old Bruce, the current Bruce, not the old Bruce, which was weird. So today I had stuff to do. I go out and jump in the Jeep. Plug in my iPhone, back the Jeep out of the garage. My iPhone is firing up. My playlist starts, and it's Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. What is going on? So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Little insight of my last 12 hours. All right. We've got a great night on the show tonight. Dr. Michael Masters is with us on Fade to Black. We are going to be discussing, he's an anthropologist and an author and a researcher. We're going to be discussing our ET time travelers. That's the show tonight. It's a big show tonight with Dr. Michael Masters. Tomorrow night on Fade to Black, Adam Apollo is here. We're going to be talking about ancient Egypt, and I've got some ancient Egypt news that is breaking. I'll get to that in just a second. And then Thursday night, Linda Moulton Howe is here for Earth Files on Fade to Black. Big week on Fade to Black. Great show last night, by the way. All right, let's get to it. On this day in history, 1972, a demonstration by Roman Catholic civil rights supporters in Northern Ireland turned violent when British paratroopers opened fire, killing 14. which is now known as Bloody Sunday, on this day in 1972. Here's your Fader fact. No, it's not Taco Tuesday. Fader fact. Up until the late 1960s, like until 1970, Disneyland had a grooming policy that prohibited male guests with long hair from entering the park. That's right. They still kind of do it today if you think about it. But there you go. There's your Fader fact. Let's get to the breaking news. The moon is shrinking, causing landslides and moonquakes exactly where NASA wants to build its first lunar colony. We have known that the moon has been slowly shrinking for millions of years. However, as Artemis 3 nears its 2026 launch date, geologists are worrying about whether moonquakes and lunar landslides will impact landing. They're just finding this out now? Researchers examining the moon's south polar region, which sits near the planned landing site of Artemis 3, set to touch down in 2026, have identified fault lines whose slips triggered a major moonquake about 50 years ago. In principle, moonquakes are like earthquakes. Both are caused by shifting faults. In the moon's case, they're caused by creases that form on the moon's surface as it shrinks, sort of like a raisin shriveling up. I mean, hasn't anybody watched Space 1999? I'm just saying. Anyway, a restoration project to cover, you ready for this? To cover the Menkaure Pyramid with granite cladding has produced a decidedly mixed reaction among heritage experts and people like me. Mustafa Waziri, head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, posted a video on Facebook on January 25th announcing the project, which appears to be already underway. The video shows workers excavating sand from a section of the pyramid's base. Layers of gray blocks are already visible. The project will take about 3 years. It will, Waziri said, return the 213-foot pyramid to its original granite-clad state, saying that, and I'm quoting here, it's Egypt's gift to the world, end quote. Wow. I've got mixed feelings about this. It's going to look cool, but shouldn't we just leave it like it is? Yeah, I've got mixed feelings. Astronomers have discovered a mysterious group of giant elderly stars at the heart of the Milky Way that are emitting solar system-sized clouds of dust and gas. The stars, which have been named old smokers, sat quietly for many years. We just didn't see them, fading into almost invisibility before suddenly puffing out vast clouds of smoke. The discovery was made during the monitoring of almost 1 billion stars in infrared light during a 10-year survey of the night sky. The astronomers are tracking new stars, or protostars, young stars that rapidly acquire mass and have a sudden increase in brightness. The team tracked hundreds of millions of stars and identified 32 erupting protostars. But another group of giant red stars near the center of the Milky Way unexpectedly showed up in the analysis. When they were studied in more detail using the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope, 7 of the stars were deemed to be a new type of giant red star, which they are now calling old smokers. Like I said yesterday on the show, we know nothing. Professor Alan McGilliot at City University of Hong Kong and its team of researchers have found that goats, that's right, goats, can tell if humans are happy or sad just by listening to the tone of our voice. They say that goats have developed a sensitivity to our vocal cues over their long association with humans, going back 10,000 years. As well as audio cues, goats understand physical gestures and can even tell the difference between a smile and a scowl. Their experiments took place at Buttercup Sanctuary for Goats, an animal rescue center in Boughton, Monchelsea, Kent. Researchers used 27 goats, both male and female, all of which were used to human voices and human handling. I knew all of this. Well, we know something. While working in the most hazardous environments known to humankind, it's vital that astronauts not only have the skills, but they should also look good while doing it. We know that. The sci-fi gaming world is well aware of this and has always had, really awesome spacesuit designs, like in, Starshield, Mass Effect, Halo, right? Destiny, Dead Space, Gears of War. They all got the right stuff. Now, Xbox, Microsoft's Starfield, and the ESA, the European Space Agency, have partnered up to offer prizes and rewards for creative fans who submit a winning entry that, if picked as the top spacesuit, can be privately worn at home, right? You can run around the house in your own spacesuit if you win, because they'll make one for the winner. You start by downloading the template from Xbox.com. I just got back from Xbox. I'm going to enter the contest. Either edit the template directly or use it as a creative inspiration with your own template submission. Show the full body front and back and the side views, and no weapons allowed. Submit your finished entry by 8 p.m. Pacific time on February 24th, 2024. You can do it as a PDF, a JPEG, a PNG, or a PPT file format. And don't forget, your file cannot exceed 10 megabytes. And all design images must be static, no animations. There you go. Good luck, right? I'm going to enter. And finally, I'll leave you with this. What is Neuralink for? What's it for? Well, we're told it's for helping people with paralysis. And that's cool. But that's not the whole answer. Launched in 2016, the company revealed in 2019 that it had created flexible threads that can be implanted into a brain, along with, that's right, that sewing machine-like robot to do the implanting. These threads will read signals from a paralyzed patient's brain and transmit that data to an iPhone or computer, enabling the patient to control it with just their thoughts. Pretty cool. In 2023, Elon announced that they had won FDA approval to run its first clinical trial in humans. It began recruiting paralyzed volunteers to study whether the implant enables them to control external devices. Yesterday, Musk said that Neuralink had implanted a device in its first human subject in that trial. He called the implant telepathy. And his post on X, formerly known as Twitter, said, and I quote, "Imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than a speed typist or auctioneer. That is the goal," end quote. But helping paralyzed people is not Musk's end goal. That's just a step on the way to achieving his long-term ambition, which is, in his own words, by the way, is, quote, to achieve a symbiosis with artificial intelligence, to develop a technology that helps humans merge with AI so that we won't be left behind as AI becomes more sophisticated, end quote. There is no question that there is also ethical risk for society at large that go way beyond Neuralink. There are a number of companies, including DARPA, that are developing tech that plugs into human brains, which can decode what's going on in our minds with the potential to erode mental privacy and supercharge authoritarian surveillance. We, all of us, and I mean everyone, has to understand what is actually going on. Right now, it seems that the race to the finish line with this tech is out of control, and everybody wants to be first. Now, I don't know about you, but my thoughts are my own. We don't need anyone monitoring what we are thinking or dreaming about, or questioning. The next time you go, may be your last thought before prison. I'm just saying, seriously, we've all seen this movie and we've read the book. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. I want to remind everybody tonight on Fade to Black, Dr. Michael P. Masters is with us. We're going to be talking about if ET are actually time travelers. All of that and much more tonight on Fade to Black. But for now, all I've got is Go Beckley Teppy.